Nikki reunites with Justin's mom on 90 Day Fiance recap. Welcome to Dream USA 24, my channel. On 90 Day Fiance Season 10, Episode 8, Nikki and Justin meet up with his parents following an altercation in the car. Nikki's mother is known. She is not familiar with his stepfather. The family is now aware of her gender identity. Is Justin's mother able to accept her prospective daughter-in-law in this traditionally conservative nation? Justin Nikki Sanders, and it's not a good way to start off your first encounter with your potential mother-in-law. After all these years, if you and your partner get into a vehicle fight, no matter how little, Nikki is aware of this. There's something wrong. But as they become closer, she and Justin stop fighting over her appearance or anything else. Thank you. Please share my video. Greetings and salutations. Justin's mom gives Nikki a really loving embrace as Justin's stepfather introduces himself. This is a really positive beginning. Her son is on her mind. She tells the camera how she still remembers how Justin was completely crushed by their initial split. Right now, her greatest concern is that Justin would experience another heartbreak. She will continue to be kind and inviting despite her concern. Nikki has something to see from Justin's mother. She starts by displaying some of Justin's baby photo before bringing up some more old photos for Nikki. She retained a ton of pictures from their initial engagement, even after their split. That is, following their breakup and her discovery that Nikki is transsexual. It really is a big thing. Some parents in supposedly progressive nations would do everything in their power to completely obliterate any recollection of their transgender fiancé. It warms my heart to see this. It's time to face facts. According to Nikki, Justin's K-1 visa should expire in roughly 4 months. There are delays, as we are all aware. She's curious about his mother's feelings on Justin's impending departure. It goes without saying that she will miss her son terribly. She is still, nevertheless, supporting him. Justin says to the camera that his mother's embrace of Nikki is a direct outcome of his own hard work. He expresses his hope that Nikki will notice that. This is really intelligent. Sweetly, Justin's mother adds that she is aware of how times change. Nikki is transgender indeed. Justin also has feelings for her. He must select his own route to happiness. It is quite sweet, as we have stated. Rob is forgiven by Sophie on 90 Day Fiance, with one condition. In the 8th episode of 90 Day Fiance's Season 10, Rob has managed to convince Sophie to accept him back. He must now demonstrate that he means what he says. However, there will be another challenge coming up very soon. Additionally, it's not Sophie's level of forgiveness. Rob Warren and Sierra Sophie. Rob's attempting a dramatic show of affection now that Sophie has decided to head back to his house without plumbing rather than flying back to the UK. He is renting a beach property in order for them to travel. What Rob does to pay for it and how much it costs are unknown to us. He is obviously going above and beyond for Sophie though. Simply be more polite. It is without cost. Speaking into the confessional camera, Sophie shows how much she values Rob's effort, but she makes it clear that she didn't need an expensive trip. She only asks that Rob be devoted to her and treat her properly. She has determined that since Rob's infidelity wasn't physical, it can't be considered cheating. She, however, is done with him betraying her. He may perhaps just be kind to her once more. Finally, civilization. Ensuring the apartment had a bathroom was one gesture Rob made, not to mention an indoor bathroom. Once more, there are serious concerns concerning Rob's house. Is it an old building from the days when outhouses were common? Is this meant to be a paid storage facility? In times of hardship, we may understand someone putting up with inadequate living conditions. Is it really possible to rent anything like this? Is our query. In what way is this lawful? Putting forth an attempt. Sophie, who loves Indian food, compliments Rob in front of the camera. This truly seems to her like an attempt at making her happy rather than just obtaining what he wants. Girl, please demand more from you. I do this for my platonic pals, totally or even primarily. It's common to think about other people as you eat. Is Rob not already doing this? Forgive and move on? Not exactly. They do, however, agree on one thing even though Sophie has decided to move past this. In the future, she'll be able to check his phone, and it's really over if he does this once more, which would be the 3rd time. She stated as much the last time. This time, supposedly, she means it. Sophie phones her mother. After their vacation, she phones her mother, who doesn't like Rob, to let her know how things are going. She makes it clear that she has returned to Rob. She's expecting Rob to act differently than he has in the past, so her mother gently points out that this is crazy. She follows him around, but Sophie admits that she can follow Rob's phone because of a long-ago mistake on his part. Although he did grant her access, it is obvious that he is unaware that it is still enabled. Sophie claims that she can be certain he hasn't physically cheated on her because of this. Although it's not 100% certain, he has obviously never missiled her about where he is. It feels like an SOS. You are my little princess. Sophie's mother intends to pay her a visit shortly. This may be intriguing because, as she knows, her mom and her boyfriend are not the biggest fans of one another. However, she is determined that they get along because she values them both greatly. Season 10 of 90 Day Fiancé, Ashley and Manuel are wed at last. Understand every detail of their romantic condition. New Delhi. Despite experiencing a great deal of turmoil in their love throughout the 10th season of the program, Ashley, Michelle, and Manuel, the power couple of 90 Day Fiancé, are having a brilliant future together. Although Manuel is an Ecuadorian construction worker, Ashley describes herself as a New York City professional witch. The dream. Ashley once dreamed while still an undergraduate that she was working with Earth in a forest. Ashley's biology professor confessed that she was going to Ecuador soon after Ashley told her about it. When Ashley heard this, she told her teacher that she would want to go as well, and so began her elaborate story of passion, romance, and love with Manuel, her future husband. Ashley's doubts. Even though Manuel was hesitant to leave his motherland of Ecuador, Ashley persuaded him to travel to the United States with her, promising him a stable job there. She did, however, discover some startling information about Manuel, including the fact that his relatives had already arrived in New York. Thus far, Manuel has expressed no desire in marrying Ashley, and during their adventure on 90 Day Fiancé Season 10, the couple discovered how drastically different they are from one another. Ashley now has a good deal of doubts about Manuel, and if even half of them turn out to be accurate, she shouldn't be shocked if the guy of her dreams breaks her heart. Ashley and Manuel fell in love right away. It was during Ashley's first year of travel to Ecuador that she met Manuel. Manuel took a risk on New Year's Eve, approaching Ashley and asking her to go out for a couple dance. Ashley turned to face Manuel, and in a matter of seconds, she became an admirer of him thanks to his wonderful grin, dark skin, and smooth hair. It was truly a case of love at first sight. The two's relationship rapidly intensified, and within just 1 week, they were enamored with one another and engaged. Ashley carried on to cherish the special connection of a long-distance relationship with Manuel even when she went back to the United States. The story's unexpected turn. But the idyllic beginning to their romance was short-lived as soon as things began to seriously deteriorate between them. When Manuel attempted to get in touch with her via text, Ashley informed him that their long-distance relationship was over. She further disclosed that Manuel was a boy without any morals. Nevertheless, Ashley made the bold decision to visit Manuel in September 2020 after they had been apart for 7 years. Manuel met her at the airport when she arrived in Ecuador a second time, and they went together to Erm to spend some much-needed time together. Manuel invited Ashley to try again to rekindle their long-forgotten romance, and he stunned her with a marriage proposal in the Erm. To cut a long tale short, Ashley is still attempting to understand Manuel and knows full well that, despite her indulgence in tarot reading, witchcraft, and astrology, he wants her to be a practicing Catholic Christian. She is also attempting to provide for Manuel financially with her own funds, but to her dismay, Manuel is covertly occupied sending her hard-earned money to his friends in Ecuador. Their relationship is still precariously unstable. Significant warning signs in Ashley and Manuel's relationship. Ashley's dog used to sleep in her doorless bedroom, and Manuel hated it. He told her that he would much prefer sleep on the sofa than in her dog's bed. Ashley hadn't revealed to Manuel that she was a practicing witch yet, since she thought it would come as a huge shock. When Manuel, an Orthodox Christian, eventually finds out that Ashley is a witch, he finds it offensive since he believes that witches are evil and that their main goal is to damage others. Ashley was asked why she didn't use her witchcraft to win her ex-lover back, and she was unable to provide a satisfactory response. Manuel had relocated to us and was set to wed Ashley, but his family persisted in living in ignorance at this time. Ashley was not happy that Manuel had lied to them and informed his mother that he was employed in a different Ecuadorian city. She even went to see a few therapists during one period because she was afraid of his secretive side. But the treatment session was a bust because Manuel called the therapist a clown, which was disrespectful. He persisted in pleading with Ashley to send $300 USD every month to support his family in Ecuador. In summary, they remained at odds with one another and could only communicate during sex. Manuel and Ashley tied the knot. Manuel chastised Ashley in front of her family and persisted in avoiding any inquiries about his warning signs. Even in the show's teaser, Ashley's sister is heard informing her that nobody enjoys being around Manuel. Her mother expresses amazement and queries Ashley's sincerity about wanting to spend her entire life with a man like Manuel. Ashley, however, continued to make it obvious that she was seeing Manuel despite everything, even uploading a photo that appeared to support this claim. Ashley posted a picture of herself and Manuel on Instagram with the comment, "We finally get to celebrate my Scorpio King tonight. How exciting!" Today is the day, after over 2 years of waiting for our visa acceptance, 8 journeys back and forth to Ecuador, and a long-distance love that dates back to our early 20s. Notably, she obscured her ring finger in the photo, leaving admirers to speculate as to whether or not the couple has exchanged vows. But the fact that Manuel and she are in the photo together and that his temporary visa only permits him to stay in the country for 90 days, unless he marries her, strongly suggests that the two have tied the knot. Ashley and Manuel have reportedly officially exchanged wedding vows and even celebrated the latter's birthday together, according to Stylecaster. Manuel lashes out at Ashley on 90 Day Fiance because he wants money. Recap. Michelle. On 90 Day Fiance Season 10, Episode 8, Ashley and Manuel are still arguing about insignificant details. However, this goes much beyond that. Manuel is criticizing every purchase Ashley makes. However, he has lavish plans for her funds, and the total comes out to be a monthly cost. Manuel, Michelle, and Ashley. Naturally, they are arguing when their part of the show starts. Even if we are aware that editing can distort results, it frequently appears that they argue just twice a day. There's one instance where they engage in ferocious, intense makeup sex. The other is when Manuel storms off to walk home in a huff, leaving them not even in the same location. Is this dynamic appropriate? No. Anyhow, coffee is a popular topic right now. He believes he is saving her money. Manuel takes issue with Ashley's habit of drinking coffee. Few glasses each day is about average for most coffee users, but he soon makes it clear that money is his main worry. Ashley spending this money on coffee irritates him. He insists that they brew some at home, so they end up bringing actual coffee jars in the car and spilling them. Math for girls? Not always. Manuel is informed by Ashley, and she is correct, that giving up a minor everyday convenience will not result in significant savings. In essence, he is presenting the avocado toast defense. Not only that, but in the case of something like purchasing a home, you would have to forego $8 worth of coffee 60,000 times. The fact that living has additional costs is another. Ashley wouldn't be mismanaging her money. Rather, she's simply adapting to a world where living expenses are intolerable. She would simply say, "Oh, that's $8 more gas money." Large objects are frequently out of reach, but small treats are inexpensive. For more than 10 years, this economic wasteland has been an increasingly terrible part of our depressing reality. I need to vent now, but not at the ideal moment. Ashley phones a friend while driving to rant about Manuel. Manuel is in the car right now. She also tells about how he's getting on her last nerve about the coffee disagreement and the amount he wants her to transfer to his family on his behalf, a sum he pledged without asking her. Manuel, meanwhile, finds it annoying that she is talking about him in a language he cannot comprehend, English. For both of them, it's not a good position. How much does he want to send each month? The two get together with a few of Ashley's friends for a scented oil blending session. The subject of money eventually comes up. Ashley acknowledges that she has given his family some money, but she was unaware of the sheer number of people he is providing for. A portion of it stems from her not being a parent and another from culture. Manuel gets upset by the subject and appears incensed that her friends would bother to inquire about her. Then he states that he anticipates receiving $300 a month from them, that is, Ashley, to give to his family in his own country. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Just in time for Manuel to have his tantrum. Manuel is more and more irate until he finally storms off. If it's that big of a deal, he promises to reimburse her. Then he bemoans Ashley's veterinary expenditures as though she controls the rates and says that although she doesn't mind spending the money, she isn't willing to help him and his family. Ashley purposefully owns dogs, so perhaps that explains why. In any case,